Jubba al-Dibb sits high on the hills of the central West Bank. It was isolated even before the Israeli occupation began 50 years ago. There was no electricity. Life was always tough. For 8 short months, though, it had been a little bit easier. These empty frames were a solar panel array, paid for by the Dutch government, giving the 27 households here access to electricity 24 hours a day. But at the end of June, the Israeli military moved in and dismantled it. Afaf al-Wash says a brief taste of convenience and comfort was taken without warning.
It's harder than before because we got used to it. We got a fridge, a washing machine, a fan and lighting. We could turn it on whenever we wanted.
Afaf says it's an Israeli tactic, depriving people in order to force them out. She's seen more than 20 families leave in the last 20 years. Jubba al-Dibb lies in Area C of the occupied West Bank under full Israeli military control. Palestinians are restricted from building here. Nearby are 4 illegal Israeli settlements. In a statement, the Israeli military told us that these panels were built without the necessary permits and that anyway they wanted to emphasize that the village had access to alternative sources of power. What they didn't emphasize, however, was that the only alternative is a single diesel generator which supplies just 6 hours of electricity every day. The Dutch government told Al Jazeera
these projects involve risks such as possible interventions by the Israeli army. When a program is devised, the risks are weighed up against the intended outcomes.
The German government paid for these panels further south in Susia. European Union officials are understood to be seeking meetings with the Israelis to prevent the destruction of any more such projects that provide pumped water and cheap, reliable power.
It was hard. We used to fill water buckets from the well and carry them on our heads. Now it's different.
For the residents of Jubba al-Dibb, it's back to the well and the buckets. Their lives, they say, deliberately made just that little bit harder. Harry Fawcett, Al Jazeera, Jubba al-Dibb in the occupied West Bank.